CNN's Abby Phillip and South Carolina Senator Tim Scott clashed over predictions about whether Donald Trump would follow through on his vows for revenge after the bombshell guilty verdict in his New York hush money trial, RadarOnline.com has learned. On Thursday night, after a jury convicted the ex-president on all 34 felony counts, Phillip interviewed Scott about how the verdict may dictate Trump's actions moving forward, particularly if he were to win the upcoming presidential election. The host recalled a statement Trump made last June, hours after he pleaded not guilty to the charges, when he promised a crowd of supporters in New Jersey that he would appoint a real prosecutor to go after the most corrupt president in the history of America, Joe Biden, and go after the Biden crime family. Trump and members of his legal team have consistently blamed Biden for orchestrating the trial, even though it was a state matter, not a federal case, and despite the fact that the investigation into his financial records began before Biden took office. Phillip asked Scott, when former President Trump says that if he is elected president, he would appoint a special prosecutor to go after the most corrupt president in the history of the United States of America, Joe Biden, and the entire Biden crime family, are you saying that that is not something that you would support? I'm simply saying that President Trump has said it himself. The best revenge is success, the Republican lawmaker, who has endorsed Trump, replied. Actually, Senator, I have to correct you on that, Phillip cut in, before Scott insisted, you can't correct me on this, Abby. The interview devolved into an argument as the host and guest spoke over each other, with Scott declaring, I was actually in his presence when he said it himself, and Phillip noting, Senator, he said it publicly. When she repeated her initial question, Scott replied with a dig at the network, Abby, I know you are, this is why the ratings on CNN are so low. The bottom line is simply this, he continued, President Trump has looked me in my eyes in a room full of other folks, and said, you know what? The best revenge is success. Let's not make this about just Donald Trump. Let's make this about every single American. Phillip interrupted, Senator, he may have said that to you in a private room, but he has said it to thousands of his supporters, that he plans to go after his political enemies. I don't understand how you can deny that he has said that publicly, it's in the public record. Scott maintained his stance, questioning why the host will not take my own word for what I heard with my own ears, claiming that he answered the question, but Phillip didn't like his answer. Trump's sentencing is scheduled for July 11th.